Hey, Regina Andler here, and it is time for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Hey, question for you. Are you an imposter? What does that mean? There's this thing, it's called imposter syndrome. And it's all about feeling like maybe you're a fraud, maybe you're an imposter, maybe whatever it is that you're doing, you just don't feel like it's really you. You feel like an imposter. Why is that? Imposter syndrome is actually a real thing. And statistics say that 70% of adults at some time in their life they say suffer, I say feel imposter syndrome. And 25 to 30% of the high achievers that are out there also have imposter syndrome. What is that all about? Imposter syndrome is that it's that feeling that, well, I'm not all that good. Well, why are they going to listen to me? Is my stuff really, worth listening to? Is there some value? Imposter syndrome can really hold you back, especially if you have a business. So I want to give you 3 tips today on how to deal with and remove imposter syndrome. And it's all about shifting your mindset. Now, the first one is, it's really about staying focused on your achievements. Think about your entire lifetime, whatever it is that you do in your lifetime. What are your achievements? Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that if you're 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, or more, you've got a lot of achievements in that list of achievement of yours, and you've got a lot of stuff in that bag of tricks. You have experiences and lifetimes of learning that no one else has. Nobody has your unique learning experience or life experiences that go along with it. So that's number one. Focus on your achievements. And right behind that is, don't compare. The second tip is, do not compare yourself with others. That is totally fruitless. There's no reason to compare yourself with others. Why? Because, as I told you in tip number 1, you are unique. All of your experiences are unique. Even if you took the same class, the same certification, the same degree program as somebody else, here's the thing. Some other person heard it differently than you did. Why? Because their beliefs, their experiences, their bringing up, all of the stuff that shaped them to be them is different from yours. So they took in the information differently than you. Whenever you learn something from anybody, you hear it with all of the stuff that you've got in you to go with it. And so every time you learn something new, even if 5 people learn the same exact thing from the same exact mentor, all 5 of those people hear it in a little bit different way, and they take it in and they process it a little bit different because they're unique. And that is why comparing yourself to others is completely fruitless. And as Velma was just saying, I love that one, Velma. Comparisonitis is the killer of joy. Comparisonitis, I love that. so the last one, the third tip for here is perfection. One of the things about imposter syndrome is that those who feel imposter syndrome, they feel it because they think that it's not quite enough. They're a fraud, they're an imposter because it's not quite right. It's not enough yet. It needs to be perfect. Here's a secret. There's no such thing as perfection. There is no perfection. Perfection is overrated. It's not reality. Perfection for me, perfection for you, perfection for somebody else, completely different things. Hence, there is no perfection. Perfection is a relative term. And if you keep striving for perfection, all you're going to do is keep striving for perfection, and you're never going to do what it is that you want to do. And so perfectionist is. Thanks, Val. Velma has all these great little quips that she adds in. I love it. Perfectionitis, yeah, perfectionitis. She has all these great ones. So it's all about understanding the mindset behind imposter syndrome. When you get that feeling that, I'm an imposter, I'm a fraud. Why would they listen to me? It's all about your thinking. And it's all about that stinking thinking about, that perfectionitis and the comparisonitis and all of those things, like Velma said. It is all about you really comparing yourself to the others and thinking that something needs to be better. The biggest tip, it doesn't need to be better. You just need to go do. Just do, refine, you do what you do, and just put it out there. Think always about all of those achievements. Anytime these thoughts come into your head, stop and think for a moment about whatever your greatest achievement up until now in your life has been. That will set your mind on a better path to remove the imposter syndrome. So that's what I have for tips and tricks today. I hope you find some value in this. And if you are one of those people who has that imposter syndrome going on, remember, always work on your achievements. Always think about your achievements. Consider all the things you've done. Don't compare yourself. And remember, perfection is overrated. There's no such thing as perfection. That's what I got for you. And I'll finish up with what Velma has here. Action is the cure for comparisonitis and perfectionitis. I love that, Velma. Thanks for contributing. We'll see you all next week on next week's Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Bye for now.